Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Late Night Brew, where we talk brews first and then we get around to what we're supposed to after the fact. I'm Robert Botanica, also known as Buck, and joining with me today is Jonathan Hazelden. John, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
On today's episode, we're going to be diving into security. Why is it so damn important? However, first things first, what brew are you having with me today?
So I have a Angelo Peretti. So it's an Italian lager brewed in northern Italy. I like it because it's kind of full flavored and really smooth. I've had it a few times in a bottle, but also on draft, which is actually even better if you can find it. But it's quite rare over here to find it in a pub.
Yeah, draft's always better. That's my opinion too. I've got a local brewery for Phoenix, pale ale called Her Story. The brewery itself is actually woman owned, so it's very
Okay.
centric too. It's a really good one. If you ever happen to make it this far over the pond, would recommend trying to get there.
Yeah, I've been over that way a few times, but I don't think it'll be happening anytime soon now. I have a young family.
I feel that. So, security. This feels silly to ask. However, it always bears repeating. Why is cybersecurity so important?
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody, or lots of people have heard the term cybersecurity, and cyber, it goes hand in hand with cyber crime. Essentially, that's why it exists. But really, cybersecurity, is so important, especially these days, because we live in a digital age, and so much of our information and data, is online or in the cloud.
Oh yeah,
It's cybersecurity is, more and it's just more and more crucial. Essentially protecting things like sensitive information. That's the big one. That
your
could be,
identity.
yeah, ultimately, yeah, your identity, personal information, financial details, anything like that. And that's for individuals, but also for businesses. Um, things like intellectual property. A big one. So yeah, I'd say that's the big one. The next one's probably and this one is what puts the fear into people is is the financial loss. That's what a lot of people are most and businesses and organizations are
Right.
most afraid of is that kind of if we lose our data, what's it going to cost us? Um, One, to get it back, but also in lost revenue and reputation damage, et cetera, et
Time,
cetera. So
effort. Yeah. Awesome. Well, not awesome, but that's a very good overview. What and there's a plethora, right? What are some recent examples that really illustrate this importance?
yeah, I mean, there's there's a number, but one of the big ones in the UK, especially, was Royal Mail. So our postal
Oh,
service. So what's the equivalent in America? The U.S. Postal
postal
Service.
service. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it was January. I think it was January this year. So Royal Mail became a victim essentially of cybercrime,
Oof.
and it affected a load of their services. And I think it was actually found out that it was a ransomware attack which disrupted
Ooh.
their internal computer systems, which was responsible for sending deliveries abroad. So that's a really good example of something that has a financial impact to them because it's disrupting their service, but also has those consequences around
Every
reputational damage.
customer and
Yeah,
oh yeah, that
exactly. I
too.
mean, yeah, and hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of customers that could potentially be affected. But yeah, like the reputational damage, and when you have reputational damage, you start to lose trust, or customers, start to lose trust, and
Well,
that's a
trust
big one.
leads to, well, and it's only the mail service for an entire country. So One or two people might have a
Yeah,
trust issue
just a
after the
couple.
fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fantastic example, and unfortunately, that does eat up our remainder of our time. Jonathan, it's been
Okay.
awesome having you. Thank you very much. Stay
No
tuned
problem.
for more as we dive into not just security, the Defender suite on Microsoft side of how it can help. Contact
Absolutely.
information is below. Please feel free to reach out. Until next time, buddy, take care. Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks for having me.